In this video, we'll be taking a look at a few chart analysis to get you prepared for the week ahead. If you love the content, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. As usual, if you're interested in learning to trade Forex like a professional, check out our course on Udemy. I have the link attached in the description below. And if you're interested in becoming part of our community, to follow up with our day-to-day activities as traders, join our Discord community. It's free of charge. I have the link also attached in the description below. So this is a good chart on a 1 hour time frame, and we're going to try to see if we can spot out possible trade opportunities to get you prepared for the week ahead. So I'm going to briefly go to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we seem to be in a bullish trend, right? So we have a swing low. So I'm just going to zoom out a little. So we have a swing low, we had a higher low, and now we have another higher low. But just because we're in a bullish trend doesn't mean we can't see many bearish trends within the bullish trend. So there's a good chance we come all the way down to this area of value before we look for good opportunities to go long. So we're going to go with the current trend on the lower time frame because that's where we're going to be taking our trade positions, right? So on the daily time frame, bullish trend. On a 1 hour time frame, we are bearish, right? So it is logical to look for opportunities to go short in the bearish trend because this is what we have on a 1 hour time frame, right? But that doesn't mean we can't go long when the opportunity presents itself. So this is my base case scenario to go long. So we're going to take a look at our base case scenario to go long before we take a look at the base case scenario to go short. So for a long position, I'm going to wait for a consolidation around this area of value, right? Giving us some sort of a bullish continuation pattern and a bullish breakout. So this is going to be my scenario or my signal to go long. So these are I trade with chart patterns, and I trade with price actions that signify either a continuation or a reversal, right? Or probably a bounce. So right now, I'm going to wait for a consolidation like this and a bullish breakout for me to go long. So this consolidation could happen before the breakout, or it could happen after a breakout. So after a breakout means we could get a breakout from this resistance level, then get our consolidation just above the resistance level, and then a bullish breakout. So this is the scenario in which I'm going to go long. And my first target is going to be over here, where we might probably see a reversal in continuation of the bearish trend, and second target will be over here. So this is going to be the scenario in which I go long. So the reason I'm even thinking about going long is because the current chart pattern we can see seems like an inverse head and shoulder. So over here we have, just going to mark this real quick, over here we have a the left shoulder, we have the head, and then we have the right shoulder, right? So this is our neckline. So this resistance, our neckline, where we intend to go long if we do get a breakout. So this is the reason why I'm looking for opportunities to go long. Now we're going to take a brief look at our opportunity to go short. Okay, so there are two things I'm going to watch out for to go short. First of all, I'm going to wait for price to probably come into this area of value, give us some sort of a bearish reversal pattern, and then I go short. So my best bearish reversal pattern I watch out for is the bearish engulfing candle for a short position and a bullish engulfing candle for a bullish for a buy position, right? So this is what I'm going to watch out for to go short. Secondly, I'm going to get rid of this. So secondly, I'm going to watch out for a consolidation. Okay, I'm going to watch out for a consolidation like this. Maybe like an ascending triangle of sorts, then a bearish breakout from that consolidation to go short. So this is also something that could work out, right? Because if we get a consolidation like this without getting a bullish breakout, it means the chart pattern isn't valid yet. So just because you are getting an ascending triangle doesn't mean the price has to give you a bullish breakout, or doesn't mean you have to jump into a buy position. So this could simply mean bullish pressure coming out, but at the end of the day, the bears wins the market over. So this is what I'm watching out for to go short. So either way, I am not going to be going short when we come into this level. Okay, so if we do get a very sharp price decline, so excuse me, I'm going to get rid of this. So if we do get a sharp price decline all the way down to this price level, then I'm going to wait for consolidations around this price level to go short, right? So we have multiple levels here. We have 1, we have 2. So I'm first of all going to go short when we consolidate like this and take out this lower area of value, and my first target is going to be here. Then I'm going to, my first target is going to be around this price level. Then I'm going to adjust my stop loss to my entry, that's known as break even, in order for me to run a trade that's a risk-free trade just in case we take out this lower level. So this is my brief outlook for gold. Real quick, we're going to talk about EUR-USD. So this is the EUR-USD chart on a 4 hours time frame. Looks good, right? It looks bullish. So it seems to be in an ascending channel, right? So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces off the support level, and we had multiple bounces off the resistance level. So at this price level, we didn't quite touch the bottom of the channel, but it seems we are heading back to the resistance level of the channel, which is why we had a very good consolidation here. So we're going to go to the lower time frame, as low as the 1 hour time frame, to see if we can spot out a good trade opportunities in continuation of this current bullish move, heading for the resistance level of the channel. Going out to the lower time frame, so this 1 hour time frame, for example, if you take a look, we seem to be stuck within a good area of value right now. So I'm going to zoom out so this is clearly visible. You can see over here, this is where we had our multiple bullish reversals, signifying that this price level is a good area of value, which sent price all the way to this new area of value. So we had 1, 2, 3 price rejections. So this is what I'll be watching out for to go long, right? I'm going to watch out for a consolidation around these price levels. A consolidation around this price level. We have no idea how long this consolidation is going to last, but however long it takes, I'm going to wait for that consolidation, bullish breakout, for me to go long, right? So by the time we consolidate a little around this price level, we get our bullish breakout. I'm going to go long, aiming for the higher end of the resistance level of the channel, and my stop loss is going to be below the consolidation that leads to the breakout as usual. So this gives us a tighter risk to reward ratio, right? So alternatively, we might see price coming all the way down. So I'm going to get rid of this. Alternatively, we might see price popping up a little, right? Giving you a fake out for those who want to go long, right? Then you see a reversal down all the way back to this area of value. Consolidate a little, then before we go higher. So this would be another area where I plan to go long. So this area of value. So within these price levels, is another good level for me to go long if we do get a reversal candlestick. So in this case, a bullish engulfing candle. So it could be a doji, could be a spiny top, it could be a bullish engulfing candle, but I prefer the bullish engulfing candle because it helps me determine my stop loss levels, right? So this is what I'm going to be watching out for to go long on EUR-USD. I wouldn't be going short because this clearly looks like a bullish setup in my opinion. So once more, I'm going to repeat once more. Either we'll get a reversal back into this area of value, I'm going to look for a point to go long, or we consolidate. Just give me a minute. Or we consolidate around this price level, okay, followed by a bullish breakout to go long. So these are the two scenarios in which I'm going to open trades on EUR-USD. So if you're going to be trading EUR-USD, I believe you have to pay attention to these price levels because these would be the two possible scenarios for a long position. Why for those going short, good luck with that. I'm not going to be going short on EUR-USD. So moving on, we're going to talk about GBP-USD real quick. This looks bullish, but unfortunately, I couldn't take advantage of this trade last week because I got out very early. So I dropped this setup now at Discord, following this bullish breakout and consolidation, aiming for this highs here, but price was taking too long to act, so I just got out of the trade at a 10 pip loss, right? So at the end of the day, we ended up, hitting the resistance level, which was around 150 pips. So I'm glad so many traders took advantage of these trade opportunities now at Discord. But now that we're at a resistance level, this is what I'll be watching out for to go long, similar to what we have on EUR-USD. So I'm going to watch out for a consolidation around these price levels, followed by a bullish breakout. So this is what I'll be watching out for to go long, and my stop loss is going to be below the consolidation that leads to the breakout, and my take profit is going to be trailed, right? So I'm going to trail my take profit as we go higher, or I'm just going to go to the 4 hours time frame to see if we have any area of value where we could potentially see a price stop for us to take profit. So you can see we have one area of value here. So this would be the next possible price levels to take profit after the breakout from this resistance level. So this is my first case scenario to go long. So alternatively, I'm going to wait for price to reverse to the downside. So I'm going to show you real quick. So alternatively, I'm going to get rid of this. So alternatively, I'm going to wait for price to reverse coming back close to this area of value, where I'm going to look for opportunities to go long. So if we do get a reversal to this price level, this will also be another good sweet spot to go long, because it's going to give us a tight stop loss below that area of value. And first take profit target is going to be back at this resistance. Second take profit target is going to be around this area of value. So this is how I'm going to trade GBP-USD. First, without wait for a reversal back into this area of value, I'm going to look for opportunity to go long. Secondly, we could simply just wait for a consolidation around its price levels, like a bullish continuation pattern before we go long. So this is how I'm going to trade GBP-USD, similar to what I'll be watching out for on EUR-USD. Moving on, we're going to be trading AUD. We're going to be checking out AUD-USD. So AUD-USD seems to be stuck within a range with multiple price levels, right? So this is a major area of value. We have another one here, and we have another one here. So right now, for me to go long, it's going to be quite difficult for me to go long at these price levels, because we seem to be trading at the middle of the main channel. So the main channel is between this area of value and this one here. So we seem to be trading at the middle, so it's not logical to go long because it doesn't give a good risk to reward ratio. So I'm going to go down to the 1 hour time frame. Either way, we're going to see how we can spot out opportunities to either go long or go short. So to go long, I'm going to wait for a consolidation, same principle like we saw on GBP-USD, and a bullish breakout, aiming for this other area of value. So my entry is going to be at the breakout, and my stop loss is going to be below the consolidation that leads to the breakout. So aiming for the higher part of the channel, okay, the resistance level of the channel, because we just bounced off the support level of the channel. So I'm going to go down to the 4 hours time frame so we can see this clearly. So going down to the 4 hours time frame, you can see our area of value around this price level. So you can see we have multiple price reversals here, price reversal, another one here, and we have 2 price reversals from this level. So it's logical to expect price to reverse, aiming for this resistance level or this area of value within this channel, right? And our scenario to go long, going down to the 1 hour time frame now, our scenario to go long would be waiting for a consolidation and a bullish breakout, taking us all the way to these high price levels. So I would only consider going short when we get here, right? I will only consider going short when we get into these price levels and we see some sort of reversal, right? Then I'm going to go short, aiming for the support level here. So this is how I'm going to trade AUD-USD. I wouldn't be going short right now because it doesn't look realistic to go short, right? Since we just bounced off this support level, so it is logical to expect price to go back to this resistance level before we start thinking about either going short or riding a continuation to the upside. So this is it briefly for AUD-USD. I'm going to be talking about Nasdaq very quick. Nasdaq, as we've explained earlier on, I'm going to go to the 4 hours time frame so I can show you, make a quick recap of what we've been discussing about over the last few weeks. So we had price tapping into this area of value. So we have 1, 2. So the first time we tapped here, I went short. As I explained in our weekly analysis, we came down and we reversed to that same area of value where we had 2 price rejections, right? So right now this seems like a double top. Okay, so it seems like a double top, 1 and 2, right at the area of value resistance level. So there's a good chance we might be heading lower long term. So over the next few months, we might be heading lower on Nasdaq, right? Because we've been in this massive bullish trend. Now we seem to be stopped out from Nasdaq. Okay, so I'm going to go down to the 2 hours time frame to see how we can spot out good trade opportunities for next week. Please do not mind my lines. These are just very important levels I like to mark out. That's why I have these, lines marked out on the chart. So for those who would like to go long, right, you could go long at current price level, but it will just be a risky trade. I know, yes, we're in a bullish trend. So because we're in a bullish trend, it's logical to maybe probably go long here because there's a confluence between the bullish trend and area of value and this trend line. So if you go long here, you're going to be aiming for this resistance level, and your stop loss is going to be below the consolidation, below the area of value, right? A tight stop loss or a tight risk to reward ratio. So this would be a very good opportunity to go long for those who want to go long in line with the trend. But for me, since I believe we might be experiencing a price reversal, I'm simply going to wait for price to consolidate a little and break out from this trend line. This would be a very clean super trade in my opinion, right? Because we are having a double top at a very important area of value going back a few months. So my take profit target is going to be around this area of value. Stop loss is going to be above the consolidation that leads to the breakout. And when we get here, I'm going to trade the rest of my positions till we get to probably these price levels if we do get here. So this is what I'm going to be watching out for to go short on Nasdaq. I wouldn't be jumping into a buy trade right now because it's simply going to be too risky and it's just going to be 50-50, okay? But by the time we take out this area of value and start trading below the area of value and below this trend line, that would be a more realistic trade opportunity for me to go short. I will only consider going long if or when we take out this resistance level. So peradventure we see a reversal back into this resistance level and a small consolidation and a bullish breakout. This would be my scenario to go long on Nasdaq. Other than this, I'm simply going to wait for price to consolidate a little around these price levels and then give us a bearish breakout to go short. This is how I am going to trade Nasdaq. So another reason why I'm bearish on Nasdaq is because the United States are anticipating more interest rate hikes over the coming months. Okay, because the US economy is strong and inflation is still on the high side. So the Feds needs to do more to combat inflation, bringing back inflation to around the 2% price level, 2% level. But now it's still around the 4%. 4% level for inflation. So that's one of the reasons why I'm bearish on Nasdaq, and I believe that's also one of the reasons why Nasdaq is finding it difficult to break this resistance level. So that's it briefly for Nasdaq. Lastly, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. This was requested by our community members on Discord. So I'm going to take a brief look at Bitcoin. So something you need to understand about Bitcoin is that Bitcoin follows price action, but it also follows cyclical price patterns, okay? Cyclical price behaviors. So what you see in the last cycle might be what you're going to see in the next cycle, as it has happened like that in the past. So from our technical analysis, we are currently trading around a very significant area of value, which is around the $30,000 mark, right? Around this area of value I just marked on chart. I know it's rough. I'm going to get rid of that. So this price level, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5 major price bounces. So there's a good chance we come to the downside. So you just have to check the 1 hour time frame to look for opportunity to go short around this price level, then look for opportunity to go long. So these are for people who are investors in the long term. So if you are looking forward to invest in Bitcoin long term, I think there's a good chance we might see some reversal to the downside, giving us good value for our money. We will look forward to buy Bitcoin, for the long term, for the next bull run. So for day traders, I'm going to go down to the lower time frame. So before I go down to the lower time frame, another reason why I believe we might see some bearish decline on Bitcoin is because in the last cycle, so we're currently in July, right? So if you go back July 2019, yeah. So after we hit the bottom during the bear market in 2019, at this same time, so this is June, during July 9th, that's when we started reversing to the downside. So you can see this price level from here all the way down to this price level before COVID hits, right? So this decline over here, started in July. So there's a good chance, since we're in July now, there's a good chance after this massive run from the bottom all the way to this price level, there's a good chance we are going to reverse, still maybe probably back to the 25k level before we see price appreciation. So going on to the lower time frame, let's say the 4 hours time frame, for example, we just have to watch out for a break of the current support level, because I think that's what the price action on Bitcoin shows us. So I'm going to use this parallel to. So if you take a look at this price action, you can see we are currently being rejected by a very solid support level. Okay, so this is a 4 hour chart. You can go as low as the 1 hour charts to pick out better entries. So on the 4 hours chart, for example, all I have to do is wait for a consolidation around this price level and a bearish breakout to go short for those day trading Bitcoin. Okay, so this is the only reason why I'll be going short. And there's also a clear resistance around the 30k price level, the 31k price level, where you could also wait for, price appreciation and a consolidation before you get that bullish breakout. So this is the best case scenario for me for Bitcoin. If you want to day trade, I'm going to wait for a consolidation around the support level to go short, or a consolidation around this price level to go long. But in my opinion, I'm more inclined to holding Bitcoin long term. So I'm going to let past price action play out in this case to see if we come back to this 25k level for me to buy more Bitcoins for the long term, because I took out most of my position around the 30k price levels. So I'm looking to get back in at the 25k price levels or below. So that's it briefly for this week's analysis. If you love the content, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're interested in learning trade forex like a professional, check out our course on Udemy. I have the link attached in the description below. And if you want to follow us daily on our trade activities, follow us on Discord. It's free. I also have the link attached in the description below. That's it for me, guys. See you next week.